Okay, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Navansh Best. So this is my channel IGNOVOX. Okay, so welcome to my channel IGNOVOX. In this YouTube channel, I will teach students of class 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. I teach physics, chemistry, maths and biology to class 9th and 10th students. And for class 11th and 12th students, I will teach only physics, chemistry and maths. And if possible, I will also try to teach different languages to you, such as French, Hindi, and English. Okay. I will try to make the videos. Okay. I use AI and, different platforms to make my videos very fun, structured, and engaging. This is my first video on the topic Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life, which is the first chapter of biology of class 9. So since this is my first video, okay, so I will be a little nervous, but still, I want you all to, give me suggestion, tips to improve my videos, okay? I will make different content videos or explanation videos, okay? This is my explanation videos. And if you want to have, if you want to see more interactive, videos, okay, you can let me know in the comments. I will make more interactive AI videos for you. There are a few already in my YouTube channel. Okay, there are already a few videos in my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's learn, understand, and excel this chapter, Cell the Fundamental Unit of Life. Let's ignite all and amplify your voice. Okay, and yeah, every week I upload a video, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Okay, so cell, the fundamental unit of life. Whenever it comes to cell, the only thing that comes into our minds is the building. It's that it is a building block, okay, of our body or of any living organism. All right, cell. Okay. Now, this cell is also not less than a factory, okay? Though it is very small, but it has a huge role in our life. Okay. There are different parts of the cell, such as nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, cytoskeleton, and plasma membrane. We, we are going to discuss these parts of the cell in depth later. Okay, so before we know about the body parts of the cell, or the structure of the cell and the function of the cell, we're going to discuss the history of the cell. Okay, so now first this Robert Hooke, okay, in 1665 he discovered cells in a cork slice. Now all of you definitely know what is a cork slice. The tin or a lid which is present in beer bottles, or in, you must have seen in many pirate movies also, where pirates seal the bottle with a piece of cork. Okay, now these cork, now when he tried to look into the cork, okay, when he tried to look into the cork with the self-designed microscope, what he did was he saw some air spaces. Okay, now he termed them as little rooms. Okay, now after a few years, Leeuwenhoek in 1674 discovered free living cells in pond water. Okay, this is a small typing error. Okay, bacteria in other words. Okay, living cells, free living cells, which are also termed as bacteria in pond water. Okay, discovered by Leeuwenhoek in 1674. Now these are living cells. The cells which Koch discovered were dead cells. Now, after Leeuwenhoek, another two scientists came, Brown and Purkinje. Now, Brown and Purkinje, okay, okay. So Robert Brown discovered the nucleus, and Purkinje discovered the protoplasm. Okay, for the cell's fluid. Okay, the reason I've uploaded this slide is also because a lot of questions are asked. Okay, in the exam, class 9 science exams. Okay. Next is in 1838 and 1839, Schleiden and Swan. Okay. They, presented the cell theory. Okay. That all plants and animals are composed of cells. Okay. They basically, define the sentence that Cell is a build are the building blocks of living organisms. Got it? Next, last but not the least, 1855, Rudolf Virchow. Okay, he expanded this theory. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. Okay, so that's all for the history that you need to know for your exam point of view. Okay, next is this is the basic. This is a very basic diagram. Okay, for you to understand the simple and the basic terms of a cell. Okay, there are three major parts: nucleus, plasma membrane, and cytoplasm. Okay, now I'll try to explain this in a better manner with the help of an example. Let's say that you are in an army camp. Okay, now plasma membrane is the border. Nucleus is a control room where the admiral or the captain or the boss stays inside his control room and gives roles to different soldiers. Okay, inside the cytoplasm, okay, which is a jelly-like structure. Okay, this is the place where the soldiers stay. Okay, and they have different roles. Nucleus or the admiral, this commands the soldiers to do specific roles. Okay, to soldier A, soldier B, soldier C. Okay, now the first part of the cell that we're going to know in here is the plasma membrane. Hold on, let me just explain the parts of the cell in a better manner also, as per the textbook definition also. Plasma membrane is basically the perimeter, separates content from the external environment and regulates entry and exit. Okay. Cytoplasm, the fluid medium where all cellular reactions take place and organelles are suspended. What are organelles? Organelles are basically soldiers A, B, and C. And what are the actual names of these soldiers A, B, and C? We'll know that in the after a few slides. Next is nucleus. Nucleus, the control room, the central command, regulating all major biological activities. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I hope you got this. Okay. I was just trying to, brush up the basic definitions. All before, understanding these definitions or memorizing the definitions, I want you to understand the concept and the role of these body parts of the cell. Okay. Next is the plasma membrane. Now, what is the structure of plasma membrane? It is basically an organic molecule composed of phospholipids create a which creates a semi-permeable boundary, while cholesterol provides necessary flexibility. Okay, so the two important things for the cell is cholesterol and phospholipids. Okay, which helps to make it a semi-permeable membrane. Now, what is this semi-permeable membrane? What do you mean by semi-permeable membrane? Is that it only allows specific particles or organisms inside the cell. Okay. Plasma membrane, you can consider it like a net. Okay. Where only specific substances, fluids, or particles can only pass through inside the cell. Okay. Now, selectively permeable, like I explained earlier only, acts as a biological border control. Okay. Fluidity and transfer. Protein acts as an active receptor. Now, what is the definition of receptor? We'll know that later. Okay. Active receptor. Just memorize this term. Okay. And transport channels floating within a fluid lipid state, enabling dynamic processes like endocytosis. Now, what is endocytosis? I will explain that in the after a few slides. Okay. There's an example mentioned in this video. The gradient engine. Now there are two types of important processes in cell. Okay, diffusion and osmosis. Now what is diffusion? Spontaneous movement of substances like O2 and CO2 from a region of high concentration down to a lower concentration. Okay, this is not a proper definition, but let me say this definition by myself. Spontaneous movement of substances from a higher concentration to lower concentration is called diffusion. Okay. Yes, sorry, there was some background noise. That's why I had to stop for a minute. Sorry once again. There's a truck, outside my house. If you're hearing the background noise, sorry for that. Okay. Next time I'll upload it in a quieter environment. Okay, now I hope you understood the term diffusion, but let me explain you the example also. Um, Now let's say there you want you want to make your room smell a better, like there's a foul smell in your room. Now in order to avoid that foul smell, what you do, many people do at short period of time, like for short time, they add dew spray, okay, they all over the room. Now whenever you add the dew spray, all after a few seconds only, the room smells good, okay. Why? Because of the particles of the perfume, they are they spread all over, they diffuse into the air, okay. Now many of, if you have studied the chapter 1 of chemistry, matter around us, okay. Now in that chapter only, you must have discussed that they are free packed, they are not tightly packed at all, the gas particles, okay, due to which they spread very rapidly, and diffusion takes place more effectively, okay. So I hope you understood the concept of diffusion. Next is osmosis. It's a special case of diffusion, as mentioned in the slide also. In here, only the water molecules, okay, do this phenomena. The passage of water molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This is very important. Through a semi-permeable membrane. Got it? Okay. Now you can see that this is this is the air and some specific particle. Now they are going from higher concentration to a lower concentration through a semi. This barrier, you can see this dotted line. This is a semi-permeable membrane. Got it? Okay. Let me know in the comments if I am able to explain this. If I am able to explain this properly. Now, tonicity. Okay. Now there are three types of solutions. Okay. Let's take an example. Okay, this activity you can do at home also. Let's take that you have got three glasses of water. In one glass, you add a lot of almost for 5 to 10 spoons of salt. Okay, very high salt water. Now in another glass, you add two, three, like not even two, three, like very less salt. Okay, as compared to the previous glass. Now that is less salty water, and let the second glass be the way it is. Okay, normal distilled water. Now in all these three glasses, what you'll do, you'll add one piece of raisin or a grape. Now in glass A, which was very salty, after a few sec after a few minutes or hours, you will notice that it has become thin. Because why? Because all the water contents are out. Okay, in here you can see in the diagram also, the water content is out, out, out. But in the case of isotonic solution, or you can say the glass C, where which was filled, which was distilled water, like the water is going outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. So isotonic solution. Okay, this is a isotonic solution. Okay, where no change takes place. Next is hypotonic solution. Okay, hypertonic and hypotonic. Okay, hypertonic is that high salty water wala example, which I meant, which I mentioned you earlier. Next is hypotonic solution. Now, hypotonic solution is basically the kind of solution which had less salt in it. Okay, it had less salt of water. It is less salty water. So now in here, since there is less salty water, so the cell or the raisin or the grape started to swell. Okay, water is going inside and inside and inside. Due to it started to swell, you can see it. Okay. Yes. Now, why this took place? Now, as per the biology definition, high solute outside water exists via exosmosis takes place. Now, when the cell becomes thick, it means it exosmosis took place. There is high solute and low solvent. Now, in isotonic solution, there is equal concentration of solute and solvent, due to which no change took place. Okay. Now in hypotonic solution, there is less solvent and high solute, due to which it started to swell. There's more water content, due to which the process of endosmosis took place. Got it? I hope you understood. Next is this active engagement of endocytosis. Now, like earlier, I think in the previous slide also, I mentioned about the process of endocytosis. Okay, now what is exactly endocytosis? When a cell, okay, or you can also take the example of amoeba, when it tries to engulf a foreign particle, it is called endocytosis. Okay, now how does it do? First, it does a detection in which it first, looks into the particle, traps the particle, and then engulfs it, okay, by forming a food vacuum. By taking that army example, first of all, the nucleus will detect it, okay. Now, after the detection, what it will do, it will open its gates, the plasma membrane, and then it will trap this food particle, which is considered an eligible soldier. It is now inside the gate, it is inside the camp, and now he is part. Okay, forming a food vacuole, which basically means now he is inside this camp, and now he will stay there. Or, doing the activity inside the cell. Detection, engulfing, and internalization. Now, we where we have discussed about the plasma membrane. Now we're going to discuss about the control center, nucleus architecture. Okay. Now this is the structure of the nucleus. Okay. Nucleus is also has these different parts. Okay. The walled nuclear membrane, which basically protects the nucleus from the foreign particles. Okay, the protective covering featuring tiny nuclear pores, these tiny holes that strictly regulate material transfer. Okay, now data, chromatid, and chromosomes. This plays a vital role in the nucleus. This basically contains the data, or you can say the information that is required, that is required in the nucleus to, to command the other cell organelles to do the biological activities. The thread like DNA networks, DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Actually, if possible, I could have used a pen, but I don't think so. I have one in here. Hold on, let me just take annotate. Yeah, yeah, yes, I can do it. Yeah. D deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay. Okay, this is a term which we're going to use for DNA. Okay. For DNA. Okay. DNA. Okay. For DNA, we are going to use this deoxyribonucleic acid. Sorry for the, untidy organization. For mails. For we are writing it such a untidy manner. Okay. So this is DNA. Okay. Thread-like structures are DNA, which networks that condense into rod-shaped um, chromosomes. Okay. During division. Now, what kind of division? We'll discuss that later. Contains genes. Now, genes, the genetic information. Okay. Now, the genetic information or the inheritance or heredity. Heredity. Okay. Now, in order to transfer the genetic information from one generation to another, or you can say from parent to the child, this DNA plays a vital role. Okay, got it? Chromatin and chromosomes. This is their role. That's their role. Okay, what they do the um they transfer information. Okay, their job is to transfer the information. Okay, to this nucleolus, and nucleolus tells the cell organelles or the soldiers to do the activity, biological activity. Okay, the factory, nucleolus, the dense peripheral structure inside the nucleus responsible for manufacturing of RNA, ribonucleic acid. Okay, ribonucleic acid. Okay, got it? Good. I hope you got it. Okay, I don't know what's happening in here. Oh, this is let me erase this also. Yes. Okay. I hope this is noted. Okay. So now let me revise. Th- This DNA, chromatin and chromosomes contains information. Now this information, now nucleolus uses information to command the cell organelles or the soldiers A, B, C, etc. to do the biological activity. Okay, got it? Good. Now, yes. Yes. Next is the production line, cellular manufacturers. Now, to whom does this, nucleus commands to do the activity, to do the biological activity? Rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, now what? Now these two, now these two cell organelles play a vital role for the manufacturing of proteins and fats, or fats, in other words, lipids. Okay, you can see here also. It has explained in a more better manner, but I'm trying to explain this in a more faster way. Okay, now these materials manufactured by rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum are unorganized. So in order to organize them, Golgi apparatus plays a vital role. Okay, now what does Golgi apparatus do? He it basically takes the materials manufactured by endoplasmic reticulum, then does the modification, storage, and packaging, and then transferring it to the other cell organelles. Now, to whom? Now, Golgi apparatus send this to whom? We'll know that in the next slide. Okay, let me summarize what happens earlier. What nucleus will use this chromatin, nucleolus will use this chromatin. And now in the chromatin, to to get the information, to whom to assign job, to whom. Now it took a decision to give endoplasmic reticulum to the job of manufacturing proteins and lipids. Now proteins and lipids manufactured the material. Sorry, now endoplasmic reticulum manufactured proteins and lipids and transferred it to Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus took them and then did modification, storage, packaging, and transfer, and send it to the mitochondria. The mitochondria. Hold on. Yes. Once again, last time I'm summarizing this. Nucleus, okay, DNA sends some specific genetic instructions. Rough endoplasmic reticulum manufactures fats and proteins. Endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they do the synthesis of proteins and lipids, sends it to Golgi apparatus and do the modifications and send it. And these packaged materials are used for the plasma membrane, for the repair and expansion of to repair and expand the plasma membrane. Now between Golgi apparatus and plasma membrane there is also a bridge, which is the mitochondria. Now mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of the cell. It plays a vital role. Okay, without mitochondria the cell can't work. Only it basically generates energy. Okay, this is the mitochondria DNA and cristae. Okay, it also uses a specific kind of energy currency, as you can see here, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, now this adenosine triphosphate is present only in mitochondria. Okay, now mitochondria has this ATP, due to which it generates energy and uses this material for the synthesis of the plasma membrane. Okay, features a porous outer membrane and deeply folded inner membrane to maximize surface area. Okay, now it is folded in such a way, you can see it's very, it's maximum folding has taken place. Now, after knowing about the powerhouse, okay, after all of this stuff, a lot of mess is also created. Okay, a lot of dirty particles are also present inside a cell. So, in order to destroy them, this lysosome plays a vital role. Lysosomes and peroxisomes. Now, I don't think so. Peroxisomes is in the syllabus, but lysosomes is definitely there. Okay, lysosomes are single membrane vesicles filled with hydrolytic digestive enzymes, which have to destroy or digest the foreign particles or bad particles or damaged particles. Lysosome is also known as suicide bags. Why? Okay, this is an important question. Okay, yes, let me annotate. Question. Okay, the answer is right here. Okay, please remember this answer. Okay, why lysosomes? I was just saying lysosomes are called suicide bags. Okay, this is an important answer. Okay, lysosomes are called suicide bags. Okay, this is an important answer. Okay, let me highlight it. I think I can highlight it. Sorry, I can't highlight. I don't know how to highlight, but no problem. Let me try to use this. Yes, from this part to this part. This is the answer. Okay, got it. All right. Yes. So now the next concept which we're going to discuss is. Oh, I hope I didn't put myself on mute. Yeah, because earlier I also tried to explain this. I put myself on mute, and I felt guilty. Okay, next is botanical infrastructure. Okay, the plant cell. Okay, now there I think two things that is different from the animal cell. Okay, now plant cell also has a cell wall. Okay, another membrane outside the plasma membrane. Okay, cell wall, which is fully permeable, made of complex carbohydrate cellulose, provides extreme structural strength. Okay, it is rigid, which provides a specific structure, while the animal cell, it has a indefinite shape. Okay, because of the plasma membrane, which is flexible. Okay, and plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. Please keep that in mind also. It is regularly asked in the exam also. Let me write this question also. What is plasma membrane composed of? Composed of, and same question for cell wall. Okay, please keep that in mind. Okay, I'll delete this now. Okay, I hope you got this question. Okay, in case if you didn't copy it, you know try to move backwards and note down this question. This is regularly asked in the MCQs. Okay, now there one difference is this. The second is that cell wall has a sorry plant cell has a larger vacuole. Okay, which occupies most of the space, while the animal cell has a smaller food vacuole. Now what is a food vacuole? Food vacuole is another cell organelle which stores food. Okay, I hope you got this. Okay. All right. Next is evolutionary divide. Okay. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic. This is a kind of concept which I think I almost forgot, but after, going through the slides, I revise this topic. Okay. Prokaryotics, very small, nucleoid. Okay. It has no membrane. Okay. Nucleoid. Nucleoid has no membrane. Single cell and absent. Like the chromosomes is single, nucleus, nucleoid, no membrane, size. Okay. Membrane organelles absent. Membrane organelles are absent. Okay. Now, next is eukaryotic. It is comparatively larger, well defined with membrane. Okay. Nucleus is also well defined, and chromosome. There are multiple chromosomes plus membrane organelles are also present. Okay. This is a good, disciplined cell, a front bencher, and this prokaryotic cell is a back bencher. You can try to understand in this manner. Okay. Got it? Good. If possible, I could have applied memes also, but I'm not that professional right now. But after gaining some experiences or and after creating some more videos, maybe I can create more interactive and fun and structured videos. Okay. Right now, I don't know how long is this lecture. I've been working since 10 o'clock. And, and after a lot of setup, I'm making this video. Okay, now difference between no, yeah, yes, difference between plant cell and animal cell. Okay, cell wall is present. Plastids are also oh yes, one more important thing, that cell wall also has, sorry, the plant cell also has a also has a cell organelle called plastids. What are plastids? We will know that later. Okay, okay. Now again, now the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Number one, the food vacuole size difference. Number two, plant cell has a definite shape, animal cell has indefinite shape. Th- it has cell wall, it doesn't have a cell wall. Animal cell doesn't have a cell wall. Okay, okay, yes. And plastids, it has plastids, it does not have a plastids. Okay, vacuole, nucleus position pushed to periphery. Okay, it is at the corner, you can say, and the nucleus inside the animal cell is centered. Centrosome is absent, while in the case of this, what do you say, animal cell, it is present. Now, what is it? You don't have to know. Okay, I don't think so. It is in the syllabus, but still check that out because I think there is some change in the CBSE textbook of class 9, if I'm not wrong. But I hope you understood the difference. Now, what are plastids? Plastids are basically the kitchen of the plant cell. Okay, kitchen of the plant cell. Let me change the color. Is the color possible? Yes. Plastids are kitchen of plant cells. Now, while when I say that it is the kitchen of the plant cell, it means that it provides a chlorophyll. Okay, it provides pigmentation. Okay. Now, the reason that now many of you must have heard, or you must have, of course you already know that chlorophyll is reason for the green pigment. Okay, now how is this now who has this chlorophyll? Plastids, chloroplasts. Plastids also are of two or three types: chloroplasts, chromoplasts, and leucoplasts. Leucoplasts contain some specific nutrients. Chloroplasts have the green pigment, and chromoplasts, they have what do you say, different color pigments. Okay, there are carotenoids and all, which I remember. Okay, you will discuss or study this plastids in a deeper way. Okay, in you will study this in depth in class 11th. Okay, all right, I hope you got this, what I'm trying to say. Plastids, they play the role of pigmentation. Okay, chloroplasts. In plastids, the chloroplasts play the role of green pigmentation, and chromoplasts, they play the role of other colors of pigmentation. Okay, red, yellow, blue, green. Responsible. Who is responsible? The this chromoplasts. When a plant is green, who is responsible? Chloroplast. 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 Chlorophyll, chloroplast. I hope you got this. The reason I'm saying this multiple times is because this is a video and I'm saying this verbally. Okay, verbally. I hope you all got this. Now I think there's a last slide. Okay, let's see. What's the last slide? Okay, the blueprint of existence from a single cell amoeba. Okay, this is the end. Okay, you don't have to know this. So let me summarize everything. Okay, one last time. First, we discussed about the history of the cell, the parts of the cell, the basic parts of the cell. Then we discussed about the structure and function of plasma membrane, the two processes that takes place: diffusion, osmosis, types of solutions, the process of endocytosis, the structure and function of nucleus, knowing about some different cell organelles such as rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, the whole procedure followed for the synthesis of plasma membrane, role of mitochondria, role of lysosome, cell structure and function of plant cell, evolutionary divide, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, plant kingdom, difference between animal cell and plant cell and animal cell, and that's it. And yeah, that small thing that I discussed earlier, plastids. Okay, remember that also. That is also regularly asked. And that I think the plasmolysis is also there. Let me check. Plasmolysis is also an important process. Yeah, plasmolyzed. Okay, now it's basically in here. Plant cell becomes okay plasmolyzed. Basically it starts to shrink due to osmosis. Okay, that's called plasmolysis. This is asked in one of the question papers in of class 9th exams, so that's why I told you also. I think there's one more concept of cell division also, mitosis and meiosis. Okay, just give me a minute, let me try to stop sharing, and now I'll use a whiteboard if I have the one. Hold on. Whiteboard. Uh, just a minute. Files. Uh, Screen sharing. Where's the whiteboard? Yes, whiteboard. Okay, new whiteboard. All right. All right. So there's one more concept that you must know. Mitosis and meiosis. Don't go to the spelling, please. Right now, I can't remember the spelling. Mitosis and meiosis. You all must be aware, right? Of mitosis and meiosis. So basically, what is the role of mitosis? Mitosis basically helps in repair. Okay, repair of the body. Repair of the body, and there are 23 pairs of chromosomes in here. I'm explaining this in a way, like I'm explaining this very casually. This concept, okay? It's not so important. Not during my time, okay? Okay, my time this topic wasn't very important. But still, if it is important, please let me know so that I can make a different video or help you to explain this in a better manner, okay? Repair of the cells. Yeah. Now in here, in the case of meiosis, meiosis plays in the role of reproduction. Okay. Okay. Now, in the case of reproduction, reproduction. Okay. Now, in case of reproduction, yeah, it does reproduction. Okay. And there is 23 pairs of chromosomes in here. Now, how there are, sorry, not 23, 46 pairs of chromosomes in here. Chromosomes in here. Okay. I think 2 points should be enough in here because in here, yeah, yes, in here, 46 pairs of chromosomes takes place because it plays a role of reproduction in which the there's specific genetics, received from both the father and the mother. So 23, 23, 24, and then the offsprings, and then the offspring's birth takes place. Okay. All right. Understood. Mitosis for repair of the body, which does multiple which tries to multiply itself. Okay. Now in here, meiosis also multiplies itself, but from both, but it takes chromosomes from both the mother and the father. Okay, in order to give birth to an offspring. I hope you understood this video and hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'll try to stop sharing. So if you have any suggestions, tips, and and if you can give me some suggestions that how can I improve my video skills or teaching skills, you can mention in the comments. Okay, this is my first video, so I'm not expecting very good outcomes. Okay, so that's why I want your help. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye bye.